Who improved the most on the top tier of Rockets talent this offseason? Is it Alperen Thompson or is it Alperen Şengün? Thompson is going to be a wait-and-see kind of thing. At Media Day, he was asked about improving his range, how much better he's got on that front. Here is, in my opinion, the most athletic player in the NBA.
Corner, and also how much will that open up your entire offensive game?
Yeah, I feel like I'm very confident in my shot right now. So not just corner, but threes from, everywhere on the court, maybe not Curry range, but threes a lot more. And I know what my game is. I know my game is getting downhill, creating for myself and others. So I'm never going to get addicted to the three, but I feel like I'm confident in what I've been working on. So
Corner, and also
how much better, realistically, can Thompson be as a shooter if he's working on it as much as he has this offseason? Truly. How much better can he get? I think this is going to be a multi-year process for him to be somebody who can actually shoot from outside with consistency. Which sucks to hear. I think everyone wants to see that growth immediately. But, I mean, think about it. How much better, realistically, can you get as a shooter in just one offseason? You can be more confident. But also, at what point does that confidence lead to you shooting too much and to Ime Udoka putting you on the bench, which Udoka does from time to time? Things to wonder about. More from Alperen Thompson at Rockets Media Day. He was asked about comments that 3-and-D acquisition Dorian Finney-Smith, who's recovering from an ankle injury, had to say about his mentality. Here is Alperen Thompson with a funny little zinger at Rockets Media Day.
Hi, Amen. Dorian Finney-Smith just said earlier today that you need to not give an F and shoot it with confidence.
Yeah.
Do you think you're at a place where you don't give an F and you are shooting with confidence?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I don't give a F and shoot it with confidence. You know what I mean? Me and Dorian talk about that all the time. So, I mean, last year you saw when he played us, I think he airballed the first 2 threes, then he made 5 straight. So, yeah, don't give an F, guys.
I don't give an F. Cuss! Fuck! Shit! Cock! Balls! Those words I can't say, even on the internet, but there are a lot of words I now can say. This is still one that I don't want to say, though, so Chris Broussard, take it away.
I don't like that kind of thing.
My bad, this one.
Is the man retarded? Let me apologize for using that word. Oh. I have my first cousin. We just put him to. He died a few months ago.
I feel like Thompson's improvement from last year to this year is not going to be on the same level that we see Alperen Şengün step up from last year to this year. Due to the Eurobasket tournament this offseason, I don't think anyone's had as much of a chance, in the United States at least, to really work on their game in high leverage competition like Şengün, which is something that we were hoping for. I thought after that Rockets-Warriors series that even though Şengün earned the respect of Draymond Green, that he needed to work on his stamina, he needed to work on his strength, he needed to work on his range, like a lot of things that he has to get better at in one off season. But Şengün's just more skilled offensively than Ahmed Thompson. So I am expecting Şengün to make a bigger leap from this year to the next than Thompson will. I think Eurobasket is going to, at the very least, improve his conditioning. And I think that there are probably other elements of his game that are now better after Eurobasket. Şengün talked about his Eurobasket experience at Rockets Media Day. Here he is being asked about it and talking about it. I thought he made some very interesting points along the way while talking about playing in Europe for Turkey. Let's unmute this bad boy.
Hello.
Congratulations on the Eurobasket run.
Thank you so much.
How do you see some of the playmaking and the three-point shooting that you exhibited there translating to here with the Rockets?
Over there I had so much freedom. So coach was like, giving all that to me, and even the players, they were telling me. So, it was my country, my team. It's always different things, different job in there and over here. So, I was just doing what I can do the best and what is best for the team. So.
Very interesting little word right there, right? Freedom. He's best player on Team Turkey, I'm assuming. I think he has been called Turkish Michael Jordan. So naturally, the Turkish national team coach is going to let Alperen Şengün do things that Ime Udoka probably isn't going to. And I know there's a lot of Turkish Rockets fans out there who are really Turkish Şengün psycho stands, some of them. Like there's a part of that fan base which is just fucking annoying online. If you've gone on Rockets Twitter, you've seen them, where these people believe that Şengün's development is more important than the Rockets developing as a team. They think the Rockets basically just say, all right, let Şengün do whatever he wants, like it's the national team. But it's the National Basketball Association. There's guys on the Rockets who maybe aren't quite as all-around skilled as Şengün, but he's got to play within a team. He's got to play defense. If he gets benched from time to time, that's because Ime Udoka is trying to make a point. So it was interesting that he mentioned freedom there. He is not going to have the freedom that he had in Eurobasket. But the good news about having that freedom that he had in Eurobasket is that he actually got to work on his game in high leverage situations. More from Alperen Şengün, and shout out to the follow-up question about freedom that you're about to hear.
I was pretty confident out there.
It sounds like you maybe don't expect to have the same freedom here.
No, I mean, of course I will. He may give me the same freedom over here, but just all the work I had in this summer, I just there was a close time I can put it in there, so I just showed it there. So that was a kind of Eurobasket was kind of practice for me to come over here for a huge season. So I was testing what I can do over there, and at the same time win the games. So I wasn't just trying to do too much. I was just trying to do normal, so I can see what I can do and show it over here when I come back.
I'm looking forward to how much his game got better. We have the preseason to, at the very least, see some of it, and hopefully we see him with a little bit more range. If you take a look at his stats in Eurobasket, Şengün, in how many games did they play? 9 games in August and September, was from outside 7 for 22. He did not shoot threes very often. He was 2 for 3 against Estonia on September 1st. He was 4 for 7 against Serbia on September 3rd. I think that was the game that he played, I'm assuming, against Nikola Jokic. Not very efficient in the final against Germany, who won Eurobasket, 1 for 5 from outside. He shot a little bit from outside, 31.8%. How are we feeling about that? Does that mean this year you expect him to be given the green light by Ime Udoka to shoot it from outside? I honestly don't know. He had great numbers at Eurobasket. He averaged 21.6 points a game, 10.1 boards, 6.6 assists, a steal, and a block a game. He led the tournament in total assists, total rebounds. He became the youngest player to record a triple-double in Eurobasket history. He was a finalist for the MVP award. And he had 57 offensive rebounds, 23 more than any other player. The actual Eurobasket MVP was Dennis Schroeder for Germany. You might know Dennis Schroeder because he once compared the NBA's trade deadline to slavery. And he thinks that the reason in Germany he's not thought of like Dirk Nowitzki is because Dirk's white and he's black. Not because Dirk won an NBA championship against the LeBron Heat and won an MVP. Like Dennis Schroeder in the NBA has been all over the place. He's a journeyman. Weird narrative to push, but hey, do what you got to do, you know? Back to Şengün. Nearly 32% from outside on what? 22 shots or so. I think it's important to note that the European three-point line is a little bit closer at the very top. It's also important to note that European basketballs have different texture, different grip than NBA ones. Their weight varies. In the NBA, it has to be standard 22 ounces. In the Eurobasket, apparently it varies between 20 and 23. Classic Europeans, not dotting the I's and crossing the T's. But the NBA three-point line has shorter corners and a longer top of the arc. European three-point line is 6.75 meters at the top, and in the corners it's 6.6 meters. NBA's corners are 6.7 meters, and at the top it's 7.24 meters. Alperen Şengün, how much of a leap will he take forward playing with a guy like Kevin Durant, who I would imagine he's always going to be able to kick the ball back out to outside and get plenty of assists? Here is Şengün at Media Day talking about that last week. Ladies and gentlemen, the Michael Jordan of Turkey.
You know, two main games, off the balls, everything, and you're gonna help me a lot. I already know that. I don't need to help him that much. He already does much stuff, but you know, I can hopefully get him easy shots. I can, because I know he don't get that much easy shots in his career, because who's the guarding him is all focused on him. So hopefully we can make easy shots for him, create good shots. You know, he's one of the best scorer in this NBA history. So, you know, I know he's gonna make my job easy. Hopefully I can make his job a little bit easier. So, you know, like you said, we have a lot of talent, but it's end of the day, he's a hard worker, really hard worker, and this is really good for us to see. He's really working hard, you know, so we're going to look for him to lead us this year, and I'm going to be helping him to lead this team and, you know, win a lot of games. So I'm really excited, yeah.
Alperen Şengün, everybody. As far as the other Rockets' top-tier players, not named Kevin Durant, it's Simon Thompson, it's Alperen Şengün. I think Şengün's going to take a bigger step forward than Thompson, and I think it's because he got to play in Eurobasket this offseason. Thompson, I think it's going to take a little bit longer for him to develop as a scorer, specifically from outside.